The latest portfolio calculator from yesterday, October the 12th, 2020. Equity peaks in the all 77 portfolio, all 77 strategies, up 11.5 on the month. Big gains we went over in yesterday's video. Let's go over the rest of the portfolios. I want to show you the latest results we've talked about. We'll continue to talk about getting in on drawdowns. And you see here, it was in this drawdown, and it rallied back towards zero, which is at zero is the drawdown, current drawdown. If current drawdown is zero, then it's at an equity peak. So we're giving some back today. Here are the, this is a stock index portfolio 2020, 1910, away from a new equity peak, up 1,600 on the month. Choppy start to the month, so it's a little slow, but October is can be good, and so if you haven't started yet, some of these portfolios that have underperformed could be a good place to start. Minus 1,000 or 1,057 from a new equity peak in the stock index portfolio 36. Really good trades yesterday in some of these gap continuations. 11,207.50 on the month, and the 200K portfolio 6,000 away from an equity peak, down 2,500 on the month, and so room to run. 25K, 50K portfolio had a big bounce back yesterday with one trade on gap continuation. $775 from an equity peak as of yesterday. 1,200 plus 1,200 on the month. The micro stock index and gold portfolio was the top performer yesterday at equity peaks. If you look at it on a mini and gold versus the micros, you'll see that it was a 5-figure day for this stock index and gold portfolio if you're just trading the minis and not the micros. Up 1666.50, multiply that times 10 for the minis and regular gold contract, you're up 16K on the month. So nice gains there. 100K portfolio, it is 3,900 from a new equity peak, up 1,000 on the month. The liquid day trade portfolio is up 3,700 on the month, 3,600 or 3,700 from a new equity peak. And the SR counter trend did not trade much yesterday. It's traded quite a bit today, and a lot of those have been losses in the NASDAQ today. But this is yesterday's results. So we'll have today's results at the end of the day. 14K drawdown staying about the same place, minus 2,400 on the month. This drawdown continues to stay right in here. SR counter trends haven't done much lately, and we will continue to watch that strategy. That is the updated portfolio calculated through October the 12th. Give you a heads up on where the portfolios are. And again, all 77 at equity peaks, and gold and stock index portfolio is at equity peaks. Here where the you can also look at this new tab here, the current date. If it's today is the 13th, but this will the data in here is only through the 12th. So if this date is beyond the current date, it will go back and just look at the latest data. So the data in this spreadsheet only goes through the 12th, since we're intraday on the 13th. So you see the 5-figure comes from micro stock index and gold, plus 1361.25. You multiply that times 10 for the stock index and gold, not the micros but the minis. And that was the biggest performer on the day. Second was 8,500 on All Strategy 77. Stock index portfolios did well. 200K portfolio did well. And let's go over. You can take a look at this tab, and you can see each individual strategy's results as you scroll down. So if it doesn't have a dollar sign, that strategy is not being traded in that portfolio. So the ones that have dollar signs and zero means it didn't trade. If there is no dollar sign, that strategy is not in the portfolio. For example, the 200K portfolio, the ones with dollar signs are in the portfolio. These are not. These are in the portfolio. And you could see 60-minute breakout ES plus 1637.50, adaptive moving average 1562.50, 3675 on gap continuation in Q, minus 1025 on Asia Gold Long 2020, minus 525 on Esther counter trend 2 soybeans. And some of you, there was a weird deal on the stock index swing on some data feeds. It was one tick different at the open, and that generated a $1,000 loss on stock index swing. So if you have stock index swing in your portfolio, it doesn't show up here in trades in my data feed. It may show up in yours. Every now and then we're going to get an anomaly where you might get an extra trade, and that extra trade could improve your portfolio or hurt your portfolio. I think they average out over time, and so I wanted you to be aware of that. So these are the latest trades. These are the latest portfolio results as of October the 12th, 2020.